welcome to Practice Makes Progress. I'm Elika, and today we are going to be doing a full body yoga sequence with the stepper. So grab your aerobic step if you have one. You definitely don't need one to do the practice, but I encourage you to use one. It adds an additional challenge and it's kind of a new fun element. So grab your stepper, and we're going to begin seated on our stepper in the middle of the step. So make sure you feel nice and rooted and grounded on your step. We will begin by having our palms face down on the tops of our knees. Take a big inhale through your nose. Allow your crown to grow closer to the ceiling. And on an exhale, gently close your eyes or soften your gaze down to the floor and root down in your sit bones. So just stay here for a few breath cycles, inhaling and exhaling, awareness into the body, and just kind of calming the mind and getting ready, prepared for your yoga practice today. Today's practice will be a full body heat builder, so it will be a challenge, it'll be fun. It'll be good for you to come back to if you just want kind of a quick workout. To begin, we will inhale, open our eyes and bring our hands up over our head, gaze follows. Exhale, hinge at your hips and forward fold, allowing your hands maybe to come down to the ground. Maybe they just come down to your knees here, but we're really just trying to have a nice rounded back, nice stretch in the back body. Make sure you're rooting and grounding down through your lower back body. So, we don't want to be, we could be kind of bent over here, maybe even if that feels comfortable for you, as long as you are not peeling your sit bones off of your step. You really want to make sure you're rooted and grounded down in your sit bones. So we'll stay here for just a couple breath cycles. And on your next exhale, you're gently going to allow your fingers to come over to the right, just for a nice side stretch in the left body. If it feels good to you to bring your left hand on top of your right hand, or maybe even cross it over for a little bit more of a stretch, you can do that. Make sure you're tagging weight in the left sit bone and really marrying that to the step. Beautiful. Inhale, gently spider fingers, maybe bring your hands over neutral and exhale them over to the left. Again, if it feels good for you to bring your right hand on top of or cross it over your left hand, you can do that. Check in with your right sit bone. Make sure that you are still, sewed down, married to your step. Beautiful. Elongating the right side body on the inhale. And on your next exhale, you're going to allow your hands to come back to neutral. And inhale, walk your hands back up to lift the torso. On your next inhale, bring your hands up and overhead. Exhale, twist open to the right. So just allow your right hand to come behind you. Your left hand comes to your left knee, or your right knee, excuse me. Gently twisting over and gazing over your right shoulder. Inhaling, trying to bring a little bit more, space between the vertebrae, and exhaling, twisting just a little bit more. Maybe it's just the head that twists, not the spine. Maybe it's just the eyes even and not the neck. On an exhale, gently release. Inhale your hands up and overhead. Exhale, twist open to the left. Left hand comes behind, right hand can come to your left knee. Gaze over your left shoulder. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale into your twist. One more big breath in, and on your next exhale, just gently release. All right, from here, we're just gonna come to standing. Uncross your feet and stand, and bring your step to the back of your yoga mat. I'm actually gonna start at the back of the mat today. From here, we're going to begin with a couple half sun salutations just to begin to link our breath and movement. So have a gentle bend in your knees, lift your chest to meet your thumbs here that are extended out. Inhale, bring your hands up and overhead, your gaze can follow. Exhale, hinge at your hips, forward fold. Gentle bend in the knees to protect the back body. Inhale, come up to flat back, squeezing your shoulder blades in and together. No rounded shoulders here. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hands to sky. Exhale, hands to prayer. Beautiful. A couple more. Inhale, hands up. If it feels good to you to close your eyes, please do that. Exhale, hinge at your hips, forward fold. Inhale yourself up to a flat back position. Gazing off the tip of your nose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, really pushing into your feet to lift your hands, root to rise. Exhale, hands to prayer. One more. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, hinge at your hips, forward fold. Inhale, come up to flat back, elbows pull back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hands to sky, you're doing great. Exhale, hands to heart center. Beautiful. From here, let's inhale, hands up overhead. Exhale, hinge at your hips, forward fold. Bend your knees and plant your hands and walk your hands out to the top of a plank. Top of a plank. We're gonna stay here for a few breath cycles. So maybe it feels better for you to come down to your knees for a minute or two. Maybe you kind of play and do one leg straight and one knee. We're here for 5 breath cycles total, so we just have a couple more here, beginning to awaken our core. Excellent. And from here, on an exhale, allow your hips to shift up to the ceiling for down dog. Maybe you need to walk your hands back towards you a little bit. Again, if you're moving your feet, make sure that you're keeping your eye on your step to ensure that you are on the center of your step with your feet, okay? If it feels good in down dog to walk the dog a little bit, pedal your heels out, you can do that. We're gonna flow between plank and down dog here. So on your next inhale, we're gonna come back to that plank pose, allowing the weight to shift forward, chest comes even with your hands. Exhale to down dog. Good. Inhale to plank. Weight shifts. Gaze down. Exhale, hips up. Good. Let's do it again. Inhale, shifting forward. Beautiful. Exhale, down dog. We've got one more. We can do this. Weight shifting forward, and let's plant our knees. Beautiful. From here, we are going to take a big inhale and exhale, pull the elbows back and come to our bellies. So allow the elbows to really pinch against the sides and come all the way to the belly. Beautiful. From here, we're gonna come back up to that position. So when we come back up, we would like to have our elbows pulled back super tight, not flaring out. So on an inhale, stay on your knees, push yourself back up to that position. Beautiful. Let's do one more of those. Big inhale, exhale down to the belly. Inhale, push yourself up. Exhale down to the belly. Inhale, push yourself up. Awesome. From here, curl your toes under on your step. Lift your knees to come to the plank. Exhale, shift your hips up to down dog. One big breath cycle in. Bend your knees slightly, and on an exhale, you're gonna walk your hands back to your feet. Come to that forward fold. Good. Inhale, your hands up to the sky. Exhale, hands to prayer. Beautiful. Inhale, hands up to sky. Excellent. On an exhale, you are gently going to step off the step with your left foot, bringing your hands to heart center, leaving your right heel spiked back on the step. Try to have a nice 90-degree angle in your front knee, or bring it as close to 90 degrees as possible that feels comfortable for you. Your right heel is spiking off the back part of the step. Beautiful. We're just gonna hold here for a minute. This is a nice hip opener. This is a nice glute awakener. Beautiful. From here, we're going to gently begin to shift our weight into our front leg and off of the front foot. So on an inhale, just gently shift your weight forward. Exhale, lower it back down. Inhale, shift your weight forward, lifting the toe if that feels good. Exhale, weight coming back down. Checking out your toe on the step to make sure that it's coming back on the step. Inhale, shift your weight into your left foot. Exhale, take a peek back to your right toe. Make sure it's coming down on the step. Beautiful. From here, we're going to come to a warrior 3. So we're gonna inhale, shift our weight into our left foot. Our hands are gonna extend out long in front of us. We're gonna be pushing out through our back heel, gazing down off the tip of our nose, finding something to keep focus on. If this is too much of a balance challenge for you, maybe you stay down here a little more. Maybe you have both knees bent a little. Maybe you play with straightening them here. We're gonna be here for a few more breath cycles. Feeling this in our left glute. Beautiful. Bring your hands to your hips if they're not already. And on an exhale, allow the right toes to come back down to the step. Exhale, allow your hands to frame your front knee. Inhale, front foot to meet the back foot. Exhale, hips up to down dog. Big inhale. Exhale, walk your hands back. Forward fold. Make sure your feet are nice and centered on your step. Inhale your hands up and overhead. Exhale, hands to prayer. Beautiful. Take a big inhale and step the right leg off of the mat, or off of the step. And on an exhale, gently sink into the right knee as close to 90 degrees as possible. The left leg spikes back. We're here for 5, 6, or 7 breath cycles or so. Checking in with our form and foundation, trying to have a nice straight leg in the back, making sure that our front knee is stacked over our front ankle or behind it, definitely not in front of it. If you're able to sink down a little bit more, you can do that. Good. From here, bring your hands to your hips. Shift your weight into your left foot, or into your right foot. And on an inhale, gently shift your weight forward. If it feels good to lift your left toes, you can do that. If it feels good to ground them, you can do that. Exhale, take a peek back. Make sure your left toes land on the step. Inhale, shift your weight forward. Exhale, toes come back to the step. A couple more of these here, then we're gonna find our warrior 3 again. Inhale, shifting your weight forward. Exhale, lowering back. One more. Inhale, weight comes into the right foot. Exhale, left foot plants. Beautiful. From here, let's get our arms ready to extend. We're gonna inhale, shift the weight into the right foot. Exhale, extend our arms out in front. Push our right leg out behind us. If it feels better to have these knees bent, if this is a better place of balance for you, you can be here. We're here for 5 more breath cycles or so. Really pushing and flexing your extended right leg, or your extended left leg, excuse me. Beautiful. Take a peek back. On an exhale, allow the right leg to plant. On another exhale, frame your front foot. Bring the back front foot to meet the back foot. Exhale, hips up to down dog. Beautiful. Take a big inhale. Exhale, walk your feet to meet your hands. Come to a forward fold. Inhale, hands up to sky. Beautiful. Exhale, hands to prayer. Lovely. From here, we're just gonna make our way down for a little cool down in Savasana. Inhale your hands up to the sky. Exhale, hinge at your hips, forward fold. Plant your hands, walk your hands out. Extend to that plank position. Exhale, come to your knees. Shift your legs out to one side and come to your sit bones. Beautiful. From here, you can go ahead and move your step out of the way. If you like to use it for your Savasana, I like to rest my calves on it to have my feet elevated a little bit. You can move it to the end of your mat, to the top of your mat. But from here, we are going to come down one vertebrae at a time. So we'll have our knees bent, feet will either be flat on your step or on the ground, and just come on down to your flat back position. Beautiful. From here, we'll find a little bit of a twist. So go ahead and extend your legs out long. Inhale your left leg up to the sky. And on an exhale, twist and allow your left leg to come over towards the right side of your body. If it feels good to bend your knee like I do, you can leave your leg extended out straight. If it feels better to bend it, you can bend it. Your arms can come out to T. You can look over your left shoulder if that feels good. On your next inhale, just come back to neutral. Extend the left leg out long. Excellent. Inhale the right leg up to the sky. Exhale, allow the right leg to fall over towards the left side of the mat. Your gaze can go over your right shoulder. We'll be here for just a couple breath cycles. Inhale yourself back to neutral. Exhale, extend both of your legs out long. Or if it feels better on your lower back, to have your knees bent and your feet about as wide as the yoga mat and your knees resting in together, you can do that. We'll have our palms face up towards the ceiling, and we'll be here for just a short savasana, appreciating all of the goodness that we just did, all of the hard work. Feeling more alive and awake in our body, in our mind, in our spirit. Checking in with the muscles and making sure that they are relaxed and oozing. Allowing the corners of our mouth to turn up just slightly for a little bit of a smile, showing ourselves appreciation for the time we just invested in ourselves. And from here, we'll begin to deepen the inhales and exhales, and gently bring movement back to your hands and feet, arms and legs. And eventually, after you've awakened your body, you can roll onto your right side. Spend a few breath cycles there. Maybe you make a little pillow with your hands. And push yourself up to that seated position where we started. Not on the step this time, just on the mat. Hands at heart center, eyes closed, and we'll take 3 inhalations through the nose and open mouth exhalations together, beginning now. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. The light in me sees the light in you. Namaste. I hope you enjoyed our practice today, and I hope to see you again soon back on the mat.